Good evening. This is Akashvani and I'm Lalema Aneja Dang with the news at 9. The headlines. New Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh Vishnu takes oath along with Deputy Chief Ministers Arun and Vijay Sharma in Raipur. Gaddam Prasad Kumar elected Speaker of Telangana Assembly. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla holds all-party meeting to further strengthen security arrangements after security breach in the lower house today. Parliament passes Central University's Amendment Bill 2023, paving way for establishing Sammakka Sarakka Central Tribal University in Telangana. COP28 in Dubai concludes with landmark UAE Consensus to transition away from fossil fuels. In Australia, thousands of people affected after Cyclone Jasper hit northeast part. And in Khelo India Para Games in New Delhi, Haryana tops the chart with 69 medals, including 25 gold. In Chhattisgarh, senior tribal leader Vishnu took the oath as Chief Minister of the state today. Governor Bhushan Harichandan administered the oath of office and secrecy in a ceremony held at the Science College ground in Raipur. BJP State President Arun and the party's State General Secretary and young leader Vijay Sharma took the oath as Deputy Chief Ministers. Here's more in this report.
The swearing-in ceremony took place in the presence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Union Home Minister Amit Shah, BJP National President JP Nadda, Union Ministers Nitin Gadkari and Ramdas Athawale. Many senior leaders of the party were also present on the occasion. The program was telecast live through LED screens in various district headquarters, urban local bodies and gram panchayats of the state, allowing more and more people to watch the swearing-in ceremony. Vikalp Shukla, Akashvani News, Raipur.
In Madhya Pradesh, senior BJP leader Mohan Yadav was sworn in as Chief Minister in Bhopal today. Governor Mangu Bhai Patel administered the oath of office and secrecy to Mr. Yadav, along with Deputy Chief Minister designates Rajendra Shukla and Jagdish Devda at the Motilal Nehru Stadium. Prime Minister Modi and other senior leaders of the BJP were present on the occasion. Here's more from a correspondent.
Chief Minister Mohan Yadav has formally taken charge on the first day itself. He also presided over the first meeting of the State Council of Ministers at Birla Bhavan, Bhopal. Giving information about the decisions of the Council of Ministers after the meeting, the Chief Minister said that the state government will establish Prime Minister Excellence Colleges in all the districts. Apart from this, Digilockers will be started in all government and private higher educational institutions of the state for the convenience of the student. The government has also issued guidelines to ban the use of unregulated or uncontrolled loudspeakers in religious and other places. Meanwhile, a meeting of the Congress Legislature Party will be held tomorrow at State Congress headquarters. The name of the leader of opposition will be decided in the meeting. Sanjeev Sharma, Akashvani News, Bhopal.
In Telangana, two-time Congress MLA from Vikarabad and former Minister Gaddam Prasad Kumar has been elected unopposed as Speaker of the Assembly. All major parties supported his candidature. The Secretariat of the Assembly received only one nomination for the post. The opposition PRS also extended its support to the Congress candidate. The 59-year-old defeated the BRS's candidate Anand by a margin of over 12,000 votes in the recent assembly elections. The pro-tem speaker Akbaruddin Owaisi will announce his unanimous election tomorrow on the floor of the House and hand over the responsibilities. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla today held an all-party meeting in the Parliament House and discussed with party floor leaders mechanisms to further strengthen the security arrangements for the Parliament House. The development comes in the wake of security breach in the lower house today when two unidentified men jumped into the chamber in the midst of the House proceedings of the winter session. Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury of Congress, Sudeep Bandopadhyay of the TMC, T.R. Balu of DMK and N.K. Premchandran from RSP attended the meeting. Talking to reporters after the meeting, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary said that the vacant posts of security personnel in Parliament should be filled up, adding that there should be a thorough investigation into the matter. 2 unidentified persons jumped inside the chamber of the House from the visitors' gallery this afternoon when the House was taking up the 0 hour. They were arrested along with 2 other persons who were protesting outside the Parliament. Talking to media outside Parliament after the incident, BJP MP Rajendra Agarwal, who was the presiding officer of the House at that time, said,
दर्शक दीर्घा की गैलरी है, उसमें से एक व्यक्ति हमको तो लगा क्योंकि गिर गया, लेकिन तभी देखा कि दूसरा आदमी लटक रहा है, तो ध्यान में आया कि ये जानबूझ करके गिरा नहीं, कूदा है। वो कुछ जूता खोल रहा था, एक के हाथ में कुछ छोटा सा जैसे छोटी गन होती है, पिट 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 पिट, उसमें धुआं निकल रहा था। तो इस बीच में उसको सुरक्षा कर्मियों ने उसको दबोच लिया, उसको लेकर के गए हैं। जहाँ तक मेरा ख्याल है एक और व्यक्ति था जो कोशिश कर रहा था। अब पूरी इसमें ध्यान में आएगा कि कौन लोग हैं, किसके भेजे हुए हैं, यानी क्या षड्यंत्र है।
Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla said in the House that the matter has been referred to the Delhi police for further investigation.
लोक सभा अपने स्तर पर संपूर्ण जांच कर रही है और इस संबंध में दिल्ली पुलिस को भी आवश्यक निर्देश दे दिए गए हैं, लेकिन जो हम सबकी चिंता थी कि वह धुआं क्या था, जो जांच की उसमें वह साधारण धुआं और सनसनी फैलने वाला धुआं था, इसलिए उस धुएं की कोई ऐसी चिंता का विषय नहीं। वह दोनों लोग पकड़ लिए गए हैं, उनकी सारी सामग्री को जब्त कर लिया गया है और जो 2 लोग बाहर थे उनको भी गिरफ्तार कर लिया गया है।
Several MPs also expressed concern over the incident. Some opposition members also protested in the House over the incident. The Lok Sabha security incident was also raised in the Rajya Sabha. When the House met after the post-lunch session, Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar said the Parliament Security Service is examining the matter.
The intruders in Lok Sabha visitor gallery have immediately been apprehended. The Parliamentary Security Service is examining the matter forthwith. Will apprise the honourable members about the result before I rise for the day. So bear with me.
Expressing concern over the incident, Leader of Opposition Mallikarjun Kharge said it is a matter of grave concern and it raises serious questions over parliamentary security mechanism. Leader of the House Piyush Goyal alleged that Congress is politicizing the issue. He said inquiry is underway and all must wait for the final report.
उन्होंने इस विषय को गंभीरता से लेने के बदले हाउस चलने नहीं दिया। मैं समझता हूँ राज्यसभा हाउस ऑफ एल्डर्स है। हमने एक मैसेज देना चाहिए कि देश की क्षमता, ये देश की ताकत इन सब चीजों से उठकर है और हाउस जरूर चलना चाहिए।
Protesting over the incident, opposition parties staged a walkout from the upper house. Parliament has passed the Central Universities Amendment Bill 2023 with the Rajya Sabha giving assent to it today. Lok Sabha had passed the bill last week. The bill will amend the Central Universities Act 2009. The bill seeks to establish a central tribal university in Telangana, which will be named Sammakka Sarakka Central Tribal University. It will provide avenues of higher education and research facilities primarily for the tribal population of India. This is Akashwani giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
We are here, an integral part of the sky. With bravery and passion, we represent commitment and patriotism, strong and flying high.
Join the Indian Air Force.
The Indian Air Force is now accepting applications for officers.
Registration start date from December 1 to December 30th.
For more information, log on to www.careerindianairforce.cdac.in.
In Nagaland, Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra campaign has reached both rural and urban areas. Awareness through outreach activities in both rural villages and town areas of Nagaland has picked up momentum. Our correspondent has the details.
Transversing through various districts of Nagaland and reaching out to the number of people, IEC band of Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra has successfully covered 204 villages of Nagaland so far. People living in the villages are taking the benefits of the campaign alongside on-the-spot services provided to them. Several beneficiaries from the state have expressed happiness from the various welfare initiatives of the government, and one such is Mr. Yangtoy from Old Punjab.
My name is Yongtoy from Old Pangesha village. With the coming of a JJM scheme in my village Old Pangesha, it has benefited every one of us. Why it has benefited us was that earlier the pipes connection were in a very bad condition. However, with the implementation of a JJM now, we have a very good tap water connection in every house and we are very happy with it.
Meanwhile, the Vikshit Bharat Sankap Yatras continue its campaign in urban town of the state, which was officially launched on December 8 from Dimapur town. For Akashvani, Asonyo from Kohima.
In Jammu and Kashmir, the Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra event was organized at the Government Middle School Sansu of Dhanori Panchayat of Udhampur district, where a huge gathering from the Panchayat actively participated. Under Meri Kahani, Meri Zubani, various beneficiaries shared their progressive stories and the benefits which they availed from the central schemes.
मेरा नाम बलविंदर कुमार, मैं धनौड़ी पंचायत से हूँ। मेरा पहले कच्चा मकान था। मोदी की तरफ से मेरे को सब कुछ मिल रहा है, उसका लाभ मिल रहा है। मैं और भी चाहता हूँ कि आगे मेरा मिले, तो मेरे को बाथरूम के पैसे मिले, घर का मकान के सब पैसे मिले। मेरे मोदी साहब को धन्यवाद करता हूँ।
The yatra reached at the Paryoth Panchayat of Khaleni block of Doda district of Jammu and Kashmir. A large number of villagers, PRI members and government officials welcomed the yatra. During the stay of Sankalp Van at Paryoth Panchayat, various programs were presented by local artists and people were also made aware of various centrally sponsored schemes. In Dubai, nations reached for a landmark agreement, the UAE Consensus, that calls for a transition away from fossil fuels to achieve net zero carbon emissions by 2050. The 28th conference of the parties, that is COP28, came to a historic close today, marking a turning point in global efforts to combat climate change. 198 participating parties outlined an ambitious climate agenda aimed at keeping the goal of limiting global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius within reach. Here's more from our correspondent.
The UAE Consensus is a comprehensive document that calls for a transition away from fossil fuels to achieve net zero by 2050. It encourages parties to submit economy-wide nationally determined contributions and set specific targets, including tripling of renewables and doubling energy efficiency by 2030. The agreement also paves way for a new architecture for climate finance and building momentum towards a sustainable future. Under the COP28 presidency's action agenda, bold and decisive steps were taken across 4 pillars of the Paris Agreement: fast-tracking a just energy transition, fixing climate finance, focusing on people and nature, and fostering inclusivity in climate action. The COP28 process mobilized an unprecedented $85 billion in funding for climate action. This is Vinod Kumar for Akashvani from Dubai.
In Australia, thousands of people have been affected as tropical cyclone Jasper hit the northeast part of the country on Wednesday. According to reports, these people in coastal communities are living without power and preparing for life-threatening floods. Australia's Bureau of Meteorology said the cyclone slowly made landfall in some areas. These dangerous and life-threatening floods could continue for days to come. Flood watches are in place for rivers across the region and power has preemptively been cut to areas where damage is expected. Well, sports news now. In Khelo India Para Games, Haryana has maintained the lead in medals tally with 69 medals, including 25 gold and 31 silver. Uttar Pradesh has secured the second place with 20 gold, while Tamil Nadu is at the third place with 14 gold. Today, the competitions were held in para-athletics, para-shooting and para-weightlifting. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. New Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, Vishnu takes oath along with Deputy Chief Ministers Arun and Vijay Sharma in Raipur. Gaddam Prasad Kumar elected Speaker of Telangana Assembly. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla holds all-party meeting to further strengthen security arrangements after security breach in the lower house today. Parliament passes Central University's Amendment Bill 2023, paving way for establishing Sammakka Sarakka Central Tribal University in Telangana. COP28 in Dubai concludes with landmark UAE Consensus to transition away from fossil fuels. And in Khelo India Para Games New Delhi, Haryana tops the chart with 69 medals, including 25 gold. Well, that's all we have for you in the news at 9. Good night.